Welcome back to Crafts&Magic. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to do knitting and cast on for absolute beginners. So for my needles, I'm using these needles that are actually meant for knitting a hat because they have this clear sort of cord between them. But I think they're really nice because you can never lose a needle. And for my yarn, I'm just using this cheap yarn. You don't want anything expensive because your first knitting piece is not going to look very good. It's going to have a lot of holes, so you don't want to spend your money on expensive yarn. So let's get to the first step. Alright, so the first step you're going to do is to make a slip knot. So you're going to take some of the string over here and leave it for room to work with. So you're going to want to start about here. And what you're going to do is you're going to take these, you're going to hold your string like this and take these fingers here and sort of loop the string around those two fingers. Now you're going to pinch it tight just like this, and then you're going to take this string, the string that's attached to the ball of yarn, and then you're going to pull it behind your loop. Now what you're going to do is, once it's behind that loop, you're just going to take your fingers and sort of pull it through the loop. And while you're pulling it through, you want to pull this string over here too to make it tight. And there, you have your first slip knot. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your needles right here, and you are going to put your slip knot on your needle. And if it's too big, just like mine is, you're just going to pull it with a string, and it will tighten up. And you don't want it too loose, but you don't want it too tight either. Alright, so now that you have your slip knot on your needle, we're going to start the cast on process. So this is super easy, but I'm going to take you through it step by step. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your string that's attached to the ball of yarn here, not this extra string, and you're going to grip it like a thumbs up, just like this. Okay, so now you're going to just edge it along a little bit to make sure there's enough string to work with. And then you're going to take your thumb behind the string here, behind it, so it sort of wraps around a little like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your needle right here, and you're going to go in front, and you're going to push it through, and then you're going to take your thumb out, and there you go. So now let's do that a couple more times to get the hang of it. So you're going to grip it like a thumbs up, take your thumb behind. Now you're going to put your needle through, and then you're going to take your thumb out, and that's a cast on stitch. Okay, so one more time. Grip it like a thumbs up, twist your thumb behind it, put the needle through, and take your thumbs out. Alright, so now I'm going to do the rest of the stitches. So for your beginning, you might want to do around 16 stitches. That should fill up rather well. You can do more if you're more experienced, but you can start with 16. Alright, so I have finished with my cast on stitches here, and now we're going to start knitting. So let's start with the knit stitch. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your other needle, which is your right needle, and you're going to take it and you're just going to slide it through this cast on stitch, just like this. Now you're going to take your back string here, the string that's attached to your ball of yarn, and you're going to wrap it around that needle, just to the front. Now you're going to bring, this is the part that's hard to catch on camera, but you're going to bring this up, and there should, where you wrap that around, there should be a little stitch that you can catch right here with your needle. And then once you got that, you might need to scooch up your cast on stitches a little bit. You can slide this needle off and pull it a little bit if you want to, if it's not tight enough. So let's do that a couple more times. So you put your needle through. Sometimes it's hard if your string is a little coming apart, but you put your needle through and you bring this string around. Then this is the part that's hard to catch on camera. You take this needle and catch that right there, and then scooch this needle off. Okay, so one more time. So you push this needle through. Now you bring this string around, and now you pull this through. And there you go. That is how to knit, stitch, and cast on. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more arts